Every January, Ethan is full of resolution. This year will be different. This year, he vows, his English will finally improve. He buys new textbooks, downloads language apps, and sets a study schedule that covers hours each day. For the first week or two, it goes well. The feeling of potential change energizes him. He can almost see himself speaking fluently, understanding films without subtitles, holding conversations with ease. But then something shifts. The initial drive begins to fade. The thrill of starting something new wears off, and his old routines slowly creep back in. He tells himself he's just tired today, that he'll study twice as much tomorrow to make up for it. But tomorrow comes, and he finds another excuse. Work is busy. He feels distracted. He'll start again next Monday. The cycle repeats, and each time he falls back, his frustration grows. One morning by the waterfront, Ethan meets an old fisherman named Ben. Every day at sunrise, Ben sits on the same weathered bench with his notebook and a small radio tuned to an English news channel. For 30 minutes, without exception, he listens and repeats phrases, writes down new words, and reads aloud from a worn paperback. He does this whether the sky is gray, whether he has extra work at the docks, or whether he simply feels tired. The routine is unbreakable. For several days, Ethan watches this, puzzled. Finally, he approaches Ben and admits his own struggle with staying consistent. He says forcing himself to study without feeling inspired seems pointless. Almost hollow. How could you learn something as complex as a language without the drive to do it? Ben smiled gently and offered a simple analogy. He said motivation is like a flash of lightning. It's sudden, brilliant, and it illuminates everything for one moment. But it's gone just as quickly, leaving you in the dark again. Discipline, he explained, is different. It's like a small fire you tend every day. It doesn't dazzle you, but it gives steady warmth and light. It never goes out. He told Ethan about the bamboo tree. For the first few years after it's planted, you see nothing above the ground. No shoots, no leaves, no sign of growth. But underground it's building a root system, strong, deep, and extensive. Then in the 5th year, it grows more than 80 feet in just a few weeks. That sudden growth wasn't magic. It was the result of all the silent, unseen work. Ben's English was like that. For months, he saw little progress. He still made errors, still struggled to find words. But he kept his 30-minute habit. Then one day he realized he could understand whole conversations. He could express himself clearly. The roots were there, grown strong through daily practice. Most people give up on their goals because they expect quick, visible results. They want the bamboo to shoot up in weeks, not years. When it doesn't, they walk away. Discipline asks you to trust the process even when you can't see the outcome. It asks you to value the practice, not just the prize. And that's where real change begins. The real strength doesn't come from how you begin, but how you keep going when no one sees your effort and nothing seems to improve. Let your daily actions, not your passing emotions, shape your journey forward. If this story showed you the value of quiet consistency over loud motivation, share it with someone who may need that reminder today. Sometimes the simplest truths make the deepest difference.